All right, is obesity considered an eating disorder? This is, kind of, I guess, a clarification from a response. There's a Dr. Spencer Nadolsky, who I like the fact he likes to lift weight. He's a doctor who lifts and so on. So, of course, I lift all the time as well. So we certainly agree with that. He's an obesity medicine specialist. He works at Weight Watchers. He is often promoting the benefits of things like Ozempic. Obviously that aligns with his what he gets, what he's getting paid to do at Weight Watchers, quite honestly. Now, again, my bias is I am not a big fan of these drugs, and I honestly, get paid to get people off drugs and medications and hopefully lose weight as well. So there's different biases there. Now, let's talk about this obesity. Now, I posted this little picture and said both these women appear to have eating disorders. And why do we celebrate the morbidly obese woman, but we don't celebrate the emaciated, perhaps anorexic woman? And you think about it, why is that? Well, back to the original question. Now, these are two pictures of women. We don't know if they definitely have an eating disorder. There's associations that clearly show there might be. Like I said, if you see some very, very emaciated, typically woman, could be a man too, BMI maybe 15 or whatever this poor woman is, very likely she may have an eating disorder, things like anorexia or bulimia or a combination of both. She may not, maybe she's got some wasting disease and that's something different, we don't know. And just as likely we have this other woman who is clearly morbidly obese, likely super morbidly obese. And again, maybe even, we've got these different classes of obesity, but the higher you are on the obesity scale, once you start getting into BMIs of 50 and 60 and so on and so forth, which this woman clearly is in that category, the likelihood of something like a binge eating disorder is incredibly common. In fact, this study shows that 75% of people with supermorbid obesity are binge eating disorders. So it is very likely that this particular person has an eating disorder, as does that other particular person, and that should not be celebrated. And that is the point here. By BMI, I technically am obese, right? It's like, looking at me, you would say, well, this guy doesn't look obese. But again, the numbers can be misleading. If you got a lot of muscle mass. But honestly, BMI for the vast majority of the people is a decent screening metric. Obviously there are exceptions, but most people with a BMI over 30 are too damn fat. That's just the way it is, right? So obesity to that degree almost certainly is an eating disorder. And whether or not you want to officially label it as an eating disorder, it is a real problem and we don't need to be celebrating that. All right, guys, let me know what you guys think. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.